Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Gym. Today we are taking a look at drum session, and in this video we will be looking at how to export our full mix, our full track in both audio and MIDI formats. So, you know, when you've completed your track, you're obviously going to want to get it somewhere else. Okay, so first of all, here is the thing we're going to export here. Got a short 8-bar loop. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to select this little square with an arrow pointing up here. And then we can choose to our export route. Now, we can export to iTunes. I mean, that's easy peasy. We just hit iTunes and then press go. And you can call it whatever you like. Let's call this drums 1. Okay. And off it will go. Now, I've now exported this to iTunes. Okay, so there's some instructions there you can connect. I don't use iTunes personally, so I don't use it. It's not a thing I'm keen on. So, and every time I plug my iPad into iTunes, it wants to load loads and loads of stuff in. Anyway, but now if I was to now plug this into iTunes and go to the file folder for drum session, then that audio file would be there. Okay, so, and also audio bus, audio copy, inter-app audio, etc., etc. It's kind of self-explanatory. You know, if you want to export to any of these systems that you use, then that's how you do it. It's easy. Just remember to press go. But we're going to look at opening, and it's the same for the MIDI as well. You just select MIDI. Now, I have covered multi-track in another video as well. Okay, so either it will be either there or it will be up next, sort of thing. But when they're all completed, both videos will be there. But I'm looking at exporting the whole thing, so the one complete mix. Okay, not the stems. That is covered in another video. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to choose open in, and then I'm going to press go. And it's going to ask me where I want it to go to. So I could save it to the file system, save it to Dropbox. But I'm going to copy this to Cubasis. Now, I've chosen audio, so Cubasis. And it will open Cubasis for me. And I've got a pretty blank copy of Cubasis here. All the projects are now finished. So when we get to Cubasis, we can go to audio, and there it will be. Okay, so I've just exported it now. It's 20 past 10. Yeah, it's the 5th of the 6th. Oh, well, it's the 5th of June. And there it is. So now once I've done that, of course, I can just take hold of this and drag it in. And I know it's set at 120, so I can adjust my tempo to suit. But Audio Bus does have superb time stretching. Okay, so that's that. So there we go. Easy peasy. So what we'll do now is we shall go back to a drum session here, and this time I'm going to export the MIDI. Okay, now you can choose the timeline. Now the timeline will, if you just close that, that's the timeline of your song, where it finishes, sort of thing. You can select a loop region to just export, so you might just want to export 1 or 2 bars or something, you know. Anyway, but I'm going to choose the whole timeline, so I'm going to choose this again, and this time I'm going to choose MIDI. Now, when you choose MIDI, your options are open in or iTunes. Again, with iTunes, you can just export the MIDI file to iTunes and you're good to go. Again, your source is the timeline or loop region or piano roll, mixed down on multi-track. Like I said, I've covered multi-track in another video. This one is going to be mixing down the entire MIDI file. So again, I'm going to select open in and press go. And again, I'm going to choose Cubasis because that is my DAW of choice. But of course, it works in any DAW, and it tells you up there that it's imported a MIDI file. So we shall go to MIDI now, and when it says My MIDI Files, there it is. And there it is. It's 10:22 now. It's taken me 2 minutes. Right. So what we shall do with this one is I shall take hold of this again, this session here, and I shall drop it there now. You will see it's exactly the same file, except it's going to be playing my acoustic piano. Let me just mute this first audio track now and choose this instrument here. I'm going to go to Instruments, and we'll go to Classic Machines. Okay. And we'll go to the 9 Classic drum machine. Now I'm going to have the drum session MIDI played by the 9 Classic. So, and that's muted. So here we go. Now I'm going to just adjust that there, and I'm going to set loop, and I'm going to actually blend the two together. So we can go to mixer here, and let's see how this sounds, sort of thing. It sounds a bit weird, but who cares? Some nice effects actually. Change the instrument. Or we could use something from the Microsonic. We could scroll down here and find one of the Alan Morgan drum kits or something, you know. So we could use the Alan Morgan's, I don't know, the ambient kit. I don't know how that'll sound, but you know, let's see, shall we? Let's mute this one again. Anyway, the point is that I've now exported the MIDI, and I can choose any instrumental kit to play I like. The cool thing about that is, you know, you've got the brilliance of the actual drum session, the fabulous control you have of being able to build these huge, massive patterns, and the brilliance of it, then being able to just really, really easily export that into however you like, MIDI files, WAV files, iTunes, audio copy, wherever you want. Open in, save it to Dropbox, share it with a friend. You know, it's so cool. Or export it to the cloud, like I showed you in another video. It's very cool beans. Anyway, guys, there you go. So that's how you basically export the whole mix or the whole MIDI file to be played in Cubasis. Like I said in another video, there is how to do this with stems, audio stems, and MIDI stems as well. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll put links in the description for the drum session. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later.